The opinions expressed in the following program are that of the host and our guests. They do not necessarily reflect the opinions of CWC Entertainment Group, LLC, its affiliates, or any employee thereof.
Yeah. I want to. Canary Diamond, welcome to the Vincent radio show. They do it big, y'all. Great music, laughs, and so much more. Hey, you can hear it, y'all.
Right.
Check.
Sorry, I will get this record.
1, 2, 3.
Check out my melody.
Oh.
I hadn't thought of the second line yet.
Wait a minute.
That is true.
You had that line for a good 3-4 minutes. So.
Charity, why never let me be great?
Let you be great?
Why must we always fight, Charity? We need to discuss that. I listen. You always fighting with me makes me want to issue an apology to Remon, Yellostar, and Kina.
About what?
For all the times that I started unnecessary debates with them.
Oh, Jesus.
You are the karma return to me.
You notice what he said. He said it makes him want to issue an apology.
But he didn't do it.
But we're not actually doing that.
Well, probably because this is taped, so.
Syndicated on record. Well, when you syndicated, this is the VTRS, the Vincent Radio Show. It's your main man, Vincent Heartbreak Tucker.
Hello, Myskenna.
Your boy Yellostar.
What up? It's that young man, Remon.
Hey, it's Charity E.
Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. How's everybody been?
Great week. Can't complain.
Fast week.
I know Kina's got a big
Slow week.
Grand opening. Grand opening.
It's coming up April 7th, so getting prepared for that. This weekend I was able to get in my garden and plant some plants and clean out my bushes, and so, yeah.
The grand opening, by the way, is?
It's for Tiki's Shaved Ice, 1626 Morrell Avenue, Dallas, Texas, 75203. For all those that are looking for a way to quench your thirst during the heat of the summer, come by Tiki's.
Dallas, Texas.
Yes. She always leaves that part.
She always leaves that part.
I said Dallas, Texas. I said the whole address with the zip code.
She did.
If she did, then Remon and I apologize.
I apologize.
Okay. You probably are used to not hearing her say Dallas. Sure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just can't catch it.
That was my fault this time.
That's one of those unnecessary arguments that almost got started.
Exactly. I'm not even worried about it.
Really? This what we doing? That's what we doing?
I mean, you opened the show like that. I mean, before you even said this is the Vincent Tucker Radio Show, syndicated award-winning, you were telling Charity that you need to apologize to us, not actually doing it, but telling her that you need to do that.
That's twice I pointed that out, that I have not actually.
Yeah, I think that's going to keep happening until we get to a segment where you say, look, here's what happened.
I think by the end of the show, we're going to wear Vincent down enough to where he's actually going to
apologize.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Remon, how you been?
I've been good, man. Just out here working, you know what I'm saying, staying busy. Out here riding around trying to get it.
Riding around.
Yellowstar?
Just trying to help the fam. My mom's having some second thoughts about some things that she's doing with the house. So I'm trying to get her onto the new page. Like, want to update the house a little bit, you know. I mean, you have to look a gift horse in the mouth. So, like, even though we're not happy about what happened with Harvey,
right,
like, you have an opportunity to update your house,
right,
and do some things new, fix some problems that you had. So let's go ahead and do that and, you know, update the house.
I know some people that they were victims of the tornado that hit here a couple of years ago. And they got to rebuild their house. It's all new. So
yeah. I mean,
take it as a blessing.
Yeah, it's, you know, I mean, we didn't have to scrap everything, and we didn't, but, you know, they've taken opportunity to add a couple things, and, you know, the main thing at this point is the kitchen and the bathrooms is trying to figure out, you know, how those are all going to be laid out, because that's a lot of, you know, cabinets and setup and stuff, so, but, you know, God is real, so,
yes,
we'll get through it.
Charity, other than working my nerves, how you been?
Stop, please. I've been really good. I started my morning workouts this week. So, you know, I've been feeling good about myself.
How?
I know. It's happening.
You're going to get that down anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Any day now.
Coming in. It's coming in.
She's going to get that whole blood down.
Listen, I have a confession to make. So, for those who knows, you know, I didn't know, I started the year 278. pounds. I'm down to 255.
Good deal.
I want y'all to know.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. Here's the part where I know you. I want y'all to know that when I get to 190,
Don't do this.
I'm gonna be that guy
Return of the Mac.
who takes his shirt off for no reason on Instagram. I'm gonna be that guy.
The thing is, you have to be like
Baby,
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get there.
cut and muscular. You can't just be 190 and
I got a plan. No. Here's the plan. I'm gonna get down to 175, and then I'm gonna add 15 pounds of muscle. I'm gonna get with the trainers.
okay.
Yeah.
I've had that plan before too.
Hey, it's different when you
You have like
to live.
you have a timeline
That's true.
of when this will happen, or are you just going?
And can we make sure that you like shave that taco meat?
I have a
Because we
taco.
don't
That's
need this
Yellostar.
to
I don't
be
have taco
just
meat.
a-
Wait, hold on now.
We don't need this
Hold
to
on
just
now.
be-
Now you about to start another unnecessary argument.
So Yellowstar got taco meat and a third nipple.
Fortunate. Let me see.
Is that the reason you didn't take your shirt off?
Really? Wait, why are we talking about me taking my shirt off?
Ew.
Keep it locked, VTRS.
Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. I know it's not making it hard for me. Just keep on lying. Damn.
It's your girl Charity E, and this week in Somebody Line is going to go out to a special form of dental work. I'm really into good teeth, and that's probably one of the first things that I notice when I look at someone else. So naturally, me being into teeth, I should have good teeth, right?
Yes.
Possibly?
Yeah.
Okay. And the funny thing is, people would always look at me and they'd be like, oh my gosh, Charity, your smile, it's great. Or they'll be like, you have such good teeth. I mean, I'll give it to them. I do have a great smile, yes. However,
But you smile
Humble
with your
brag.
mouth closed.
it was a humble brag. But my teeth, on the other hand, I will not gas because they do need work. So what did I decide to do? I decided to get Invisalign. Okay.
Okay.
I'm 29, and I said I can't get regular braces because they look terrible.
Yeah.
I'm an adult,
Yeah.
you know. Number two, they just take forever to fix whatever you want done to, you know,
Sure.
all that. I don't have that kind of time. So I decided to do some research, and what did I find? The first few things that come up when you look up Invisalign are virtually invisible, no interruptions, and trim to your needs. That's all a lie. I lie in another lie. Because let's start with the first one. Virtually invisible part. Yeah, from a distance, Remon, can you tell?
No.
Okay, which is good. But if me and Yeller are having a normal conversation, you'll look deep in my mouth and
Sure.
be like,
Because
"Yikes,
something's different."
You have something going on
Right.
in your mouth and you're struggling.
Right.
So that really bothers me.
Okay.
Pisses me off.
Maybe
That's
you have to
number
just
one.
get used to it.
How long have you had them?
Yeah.
This week.
I guess Charity is not used to having something in her mouth.
Oh,
I knew that joke was coming.
Yeah, but okay, we're gonna leave that alone. All right. The second lie about the no interruptions part. I like to eat all the time, and you can't eat in these.
all right.
You have to take them off every
Yeah,
time.
You have to
them
take them off. I can't drink anything besides water. And y'all know I like to partake in my adult
Sure.
beverages.
Sure.
So this is literally interrupting my everyday life
Because you're always eating.
in drinking.
Sure.
Which,
Okay.
I mean, that might help that I'm not going to drink as much. But the whole eating part, like I need to keep eating to keep my weight up because if not, I'm going to lose weight. And y'all know I've been working on that badao.
But
And then this is going to leave
Trying
me
to get
with
that
the,
down.
with the buh.
Yeah.
Just the buh.
Right.
I don't like that.
so, do you actually take them out every time you drink? Or do you drink something and just say, I'll rinse them?
This week, I took them out for the most part. But I did have 2 shots with this still in.
Okay.
But I felt okay about it. I kind of switched around.
Sure.
Still interrupting.
Sure.
So are you kind of rethinking those braces right about now?
Yeah, we're going to get to that. Don't worry. But the last lie is trim to your comfort. When I first put these in, I instantly wanted to take them out because they hurt when they're in and they hurt when I take them out. I can't eat anything. I was eating chips the other day. It was a struggle. So this is not trimmed to any of my comfort needs. They didn't ask me, hey, does this fit okay? They just put them in and they okay, man. Well, I'll see you in a month to go get the other trays.
Maybe you should have went to the industry.
I don't trust men, but I'm gonna say, Invisalign, how about y'all give people proper expectations before they waste thousands of dollars? Because everything y'all said that I would love about Invisalign is everything that I hate about Invisalign. So maybe I should have personally listened to Kanye West when he said, everything I'm not made me everything I am. However, I took the Cardi B approach and got a bag and fixed my teeth. Hope you hoes know it ain't cheap.
Or maybe,
Wow.
It's your girl Charity. That's
Beauty
the
is paid, Charity.
maybe you should have listened to J. Cole and enjoyed your little crooked smile.
On my way down.
Right.
It's Charity.
Shout out to them people.
You're listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show.
iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver, but you're in Philly? No problem. In Atlanta and you miss LA? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist station. DJ Khaled, and this is iHeartRadio. Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you. With their biggest hits, all commercial free. Free radio and unlimited music, all in one app. iHeartRadio.
Syndicated, award-winning Syndicated. This is the VTRS Vincent Tucker Radio Show. Vincent Heartbreak Tucker, Myskenna, Yellostar, Remon, and Charity E. So, I am Heartbreak on Facebook, 16,000 strong. Shout out Team Heartbreak. A dude named Noah from Chicago.
Shout to him.
I just found out my girl has chlamydia and she told me to get tested. I have an appointment tomorrow to see if I have it. Right now, I think I have, quote-unquote, chlamydia sore throat. That can't be a real thing. It is?
How do you know?
Charity.
Because I study.
Okay.
Don't assume the
That was the
worst.
question I was going to ask. Was that a real thing?
I read, Negro.
Okay,
Like, you can get oral
Educate
STD.
yourself.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Good point. Okay. She told me she got it back in September and she took antibiotics, but it reappeared sometime recent. Do you think she was messing around?
It doesn't just reappear.
It does not just reappear.
No. If she didn't get it from you, she got it from somebody else, bro.
Because you don't, like, antibiotics either worked or they didn't. You either finish the antibiotics and you're good.
Which most people don't.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta take them right.
Or you
Right,
didn't
take 'em
finish
as
them.
directed.
So did she cheat again or she just stopped taking antibiotics?
She cheated again.
She cheated again.
Okay.
The antibiotics are like 10 days. Like, that's not, no.
You gotta take them
But
antibiotics
that's good
as
that she
directed.
told him. Like, that was nice of her.
That's because she didn't want to get it back after she got herself clean.
So just let's forget about the cheating and the
Right.
cheating without a condom.
Right.
Here's my problem. Like, you typed this message, like, you obviously knew she was cheating.
Yeah. Otherwise you wouldn't ask the question. And I'm sorry to be so blunt, but yes, she cheated on you. You need to resolve that within your relationship about the fact that you have a problem with her cheating on you and giving you an STD.
I mean, forget about the fact talking about resolving the relationship. You just need to leave this relationship. Bro.
It does sound like she's a little
reckless, bro.
Yeah.
And why is she cheating multiple times? And hopefully it's the same guy.
Jesus.
I mean, it sounds like the same guy if she got it again. He probably didn't finish taking his antibiotics.
Did he even take any antibiotics? Does he even know he had it?
That means they all, that's a lot of,
Swimming in a
that's a lot
bacteria
of
pool.
bacteria being shared.
Chlamydia of the throat. So what was he doing, Remon, since he reads so much to get...
What are these symptoms?
Yeah. So I've never heard of that.
So I'm going to assume
You do know how this works, don't you, Charity?
Oh, God.
So what's the advice that we're giving him to leave? Oh, girl,
leave.
Take your pills and leave.
Well, first
of all, go to your doctor's appointment
and get an official diagnosis. 'Cause I don't. It sound like you went to WebMD
and you got strep throat.
That's why I didn't think chlamydia sore throat was a real thing. So but apparently it is.
Yeah.
So go get an official diagnosis. You know, he sound like a WebMD guy. He was on WebMD.
I think so.
The chlamydia sore throat.
I swear I never heard this before.
So, like, when you take the medicine...
Does that mean it hurts when you drink?
Right. I've never heard this before.
Does the medicine go everywhere? Because if he's got it in his throat, he probably has it,
Your body
Where it
tells it
should
where
be.
to go.
I need to read. I don't believe in this. I have to read about this. I've never heard of chlamydia sore throat.
Let's Google.
What are the symptoms?
Wait, but then I don't want this stuff popping up.
That means he was.
I'll look it up.
That means that she did what she did.
Look.
And then she let him go down.
This is the reason why.
So he's munching on.
Yeah, this is the reason why you have to stop telling people that oral sex is not sex, because you can still get STDs through oral sex.
It's also possible to get
Gonorrhea.
I
And
can
all
read
that
So this is
stuff.
real. This is real.
Well, no, that was
Oh.
totally somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
See, that's why I didn't want to Google it on my phone.
You can also get gonorrhea.
Well, it
in
does
the-
say it's possible to carry the bacteria in your throat and not know it. So my thing is, how does he know?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Right, because which
WebMD?
which chlamydia does she have? Does she have the throat too? Because
Maybe they got it from
you
kissing.
stop kissing.
Maybe she
No.
just kissed somebody, and that's how she got it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No.
Is that it don't work like that?
Somebody lying was laughing. Okay.
Wow.
So I think we all agree you need to leave.
Your girl's trash, bro.
Go to the doctor, get a diagnosis. Because like Remon said, this could just be strep throat. And then leave
I
her
mean,
for it.
I still think you need to have a conversation with her. You probably
What
should.
kind of conversation? It's over?
I mean, no, we had this discussion last week. Like, cheating does not mean the relationship is over, but cheating and sharing STDs with me might mean the relationship is over. Okay.
Ain't no might about it. It definitely
I'm just saying, like, you need to have a conversation with her.
You absolutely have no respect for me.
I mean, but at this point too, like, you have the upper hand, so you may want to stretch that out for a little bit and then break up with her. Right.
I got symptoms from
Like, get some dinner,
what's his name?
Noah.
Noah.
Get some go out to a couple dinners or something,
We got official symptoms.
What
Noah,
are the
can you
symptoms?
please let us know if you have a low-grade fever and swollen lymph nodes? Then that means you probably have chlamydia.
What are lymph nodes?
It's in your throat.
Oh.
Yeah,
You notice
this
your
part,
throat.
it's all swollen. But that's also signs of strep.
like the
Yeah,
flu, and
everything.
Yeah.
His food got stripped out. What's more VTRS after this?
Now it's time for the good.
All right, it's the year of the woman. Shout outs to Ava DuVernay. She continues to win because not only did her A Wrinkle in Time debut at number 2 at the box office its opening weekend, she has been reportedly tapped to direct the next DC Comics upcoming The New Gods. So shout outs to her. Yeah, this is actually going to be her second 100 million plus film that she'll be able to direct. So shout outs to her doing her thing.
Definitely.
Shout out to Ava, but DC is trash, so
Oh boy.
she might want to think about going to Marvel.
Oh, as far as the content?
Why Marvel fans won't let DC be great?
DC is trash. What's the last DC comic movie you watched?
None. I don't watch Marvel.
Come on. You didn't watch Wonder Woman?
No.
Or just
I did watch.
Wonder Woman was
I did watch.
good.
Wonder Woman was good.
Wonder Woman was good. I forgot she was DC, not Marvel. She's DC. You're right.
Yeah.
And maybe she'll bring a different flair to the bunch.
Probably not.
I don't know. I know, right?
Now it's time for the bad.
Moving on to today's bad. Oxygen is doing a documentary on Aaron Hernandez, and it turns out that he was gay.
I thought we knew that.
Who?
I didn't know
From the
that.
Hernandez brothers?
No.
No.
Aaron Hernandez, the football player.
Oh, Lord.
That
Oh,
killed
that's
himself.
Menendez.
Menendez. And they killed their parents. That's
He killed
right.
But he
himself
was still
in
gay.
jail in 2017. They're thinking maybe that's why he went on that killing spree because
He was
He was
getting
gay?
that. They was giving him that thuggy love.
Hey, you can tell Charity watched a lot of other true crimes.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of.
right.
Well, the
Yeah, I
football
thought-
player, is this like a big deal that he was supposedly gay?
Well, yeah, because the thing is, here's the thing. You know, he went to jail back in 2013. He was convicted of murder. What happened was he was a highlight of his career,
right?
And murdered a guy, and he did a whole bunch of cover-ups,
right?
And so then when it all came down and found out that he was convicted, he lost all of his career, and then when he was in jail, like in 2017, he ended up killing himself. And so what it boils down to is they're saying that the reason why he killed Odin Lloyd was because it was his lover. And he was about to expose him.
Right.
And so...
And Aaron Hernandez was a first-round draft pick, and one of the...
Right.
He was top 2 tight ends in the NFL.
If he'd
I'm sure he did have a tight end.
So he didn't want any. So he was secret, in the closet game.
Actually, I'm sure he didn't.
No, he looked like a top.
Wait, what?
He wasn't.
I thought he was Eric Menendez 3 minutes ago. You don't even.
I know exactly who he is.
A top. A top wouldn't kill somebody.
Wait, what?
Yes, he would.
Because tops try to say that they not gay.
So then,
anyways,
what is the ugly story?
Let's get to the ugly.
I don't know what's happening, and I'm not part of this conversation.
I'm so confused right now.
Now it's time for the ugly.
Well, rounding out today's good, the bad, the ugly, our thoughts and prayers go down to Houston, where 2 people got shot at Jay Prince's party, and one was a teenage girl and a male. She was gazed in her neck, and he was hit several times, and he's in the hospital in critical condition. So
he was the target.
Well, I don't think so, because it was Jay Prince's party, and it was, they were all just gathered up on Liberty Road.
Look, ain't nobody shooting at Jay Prince.
Yeah, I'm like, who would have the gauze to have to disrespect Jay Prince by shooting at his party?
Right.
And somebody
really,
who don't value their life.
Right.
Apparently.
To me, you said he got hit multiple times?
The guy, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy was target.
Yeah.
That's good.
Sorry for the girl.
Right.
Yeah.
But if one dude's catching out most of the bullets,
this CSI work.
Once you get to 3, it's like, okay, yeah, it was him.
Right.
It was him.
Good detective work.
Yeah.
Well, he shut down the block party, so that sucks. That's why we can't have fun.
Was it so one bullet's an accident?
Yeah,
two bullets is a maybe.
Is a coincidence, maybe. 3 is So you messed up, bro. You messed up, bro.
So the grazing, it was just you in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She was standing next to him.
Right.
Innocent bystander. Wow. Well, that's your girl, Myskenna, with today's good, the bad, and the ugly.
You are listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show.
iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver, but you're in Philly? No problem. In Atlanta, and you miss LA? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist station. DJ Khaled, and this is iHeartRadio. Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you. With their biggest hits, all commercial free. Free radio and unlimited music, all in one app. iHeartRadio.
What up, people? It's that young man Remon, and it's time for today's reality check. Now, today's reality check goes out to everybody out there accusing Bruno Mars of cultural appropriation. All right, now I thought this story was gonna blow over within a week, but apparently people are still talking about this. To those people out there who don't understand what cultural appropriation is, it is a person who steals things from a culture without their permission. Okay, so technically, everybody out there celebrating St. Patrick's Day, you are culturally appropriating the Irish people.
Cinco de Mayo.
If you are celebrating Cinco de Mayo, you are culturally appropriating Mexican culture. And here's the problem with that one. Can anybody in this room tell me what Cinco de Mayo is for?
It's for independence.
Is it for independence?
Mexico.
It's Mexican independence, but it's like
I thought Independence Day is in September.
They are free from France, right?
It is.
Okay.
But that's the day that they celebrate it.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
We celebrating something we don't even know when and what it's for. So you can't say somebody is culturally appropriating something when they're a part of the culture. Bruno Mars is a person of color. All right, he's part Puerto Rican, which if you know the history of that country, it only means that he has African heritage in his bloodline. And most importantly, Bruno Mars has always given it up to the black musicians that has influenced his style. He's never been shy about mentioning the Teddy Rileys and the Jimmy Jams and Terry Lewises and everybody else who influenced the artist that he has become. You cannot say that man is culturally appropriating. There are some people out here who are really culturally appropriating people. Rachel Dolezal is culturally appropriating black people. Justin Timberlake is culturally appropriating black people. Can you think of any more? I know everybody in this room got at least one.
Rachel Dolezal was my answer.
That was your answer?
That was my answer.
That's the white woman that identifies as black, right?
Right.
Yes.
And now she's got a Netflix series coming up.
It made it all the way to the NCAAP.
The NAACP?
Yeah, that too.
Hey, I thought he said NCAA at first.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's March Madness.
I got March Madness on my
March
mind.
Madness.
I got my bracket on my mind. That's all it is.
My bracket is trash.
Look, forget about that. Ultimately, leave Bruno Mars alone. All right, that man is not culturally appropriating black people. He is a part of our culture, and we should all stand up and salute that man. Stop hating on that brother. All right, that's it for this young man, Remon. That's today's reality check. You can take that to the bank.
Ain't nobody got time for that. So check this out.
All right, y'all. It's time for This Week in Stupid. It's boy Yellostar. I don't like when I first read this story. I was like, okay, this is a joke, but it lets you know how delusional some people are. So there's a new Donald Trump in the world, and he's not where you would think he is.
Okay.
So a dad in Afghanistan. In Kabul, Afghanistan.
It's already started off wrong.
Right. He wanted to name his son after Donald Trump.
Is that loud over there?
I guess you could do it. I mean, it's just a name. It's a name and a surname. Typically, you give your children's name
So
your
what's
surname.
the whole name?
It's
Yeah, right.
Donald Trump.
No.
That's
No, they always have like
Abdul
3 or 5.
Muhammad.
Yeah,
Hold on.
10 names.
It says,
Stop it, Kina.
this is the birth certificate, okay? This is the birth certificate, and you are wrong for that.
Right.
This fool said they got 10 names.
It says personal details, name, surname, Donald Trump.
Abdul Muhammad.
Father's name,
Right.
father's name,
There you go.
Syed Asadullah.
See.
Is it Saeed?
Saeed.
Okay.
I was trying to focus on the second name, because the second name just looks like Ass Doula.
Is this the mama name?
It looks like Ass Doula.
Yellowstar, you got a Invisalign here, bro?
Okay, so his father said that he saw the baby's light-colored hair, and then his mind was made up that he had a likeness to Donald Trump.
Well, you know Donald Trump is in a scandal with Stormy Daniels now about, hush money. Maybe his wife
Yeah, Donald Trump
got
not the most
paid
faithful.
some hush money, and that's
To
just a
send the
cover
baby
up.
to Afghanistan.
Yeah. You know that Donald Trump is
That is that's the last place you would look for Donald Trump, bastard child to be in.
more
Next to
propaganda.
last, Mexico would be the last place.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but Mexico is so close.
He really hates Mexico.
Right. Well, he don't like Muslims. He banned Muslims.
He
that
probably
too.
raped
He's just
Good
trying to
point.
kick. He's just trying to kick Mexicans out.
Good point.
Yeah.
What did you say?
He probably raped her.
Jesus.
Okay. I'm not.
Okay.
He likes to grab women. I mean, he said it. He likes to grab
He
women.
didn't say I like to rape women.
Hey, we
He likes
never
to grab
know.
them.
Okay, and that's not rape.
He just likes to sexually assault them.
Right.
Yeah, a little bit.
So the dad said that he.
Little bits of that.
I don't want no part of this conversation. Come on, yo,
There's no little bit of that.
You said we all just went back together.
Okay. So it's women's month, right? So
Right, thank you.
we're not doing that. He said that Donald Trump has a lot of special qualities. He's very capable. He's serious. He's a good politician and a good writer. Because he's a really good person and wrote a lot of impressive books, and he was a successful businessman, we decided to name our son Donald Trump.
I thought he was talking about his tweets.
You would think. When Asadullah's family found out, they ridiculed him and then became angry, and now he's like a black sheep of the family.
No.
So he moved away to Kabul.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Wonder if they're gonna build a wall around Afghanistan to keep him out.
Hopefully he has more than that to sleep in. Okay. Anyway, that's This Week in Stupid. There's 2 Donald Trumps in the world, like we needed another one, but Well, actually, I guess
It's
there's
the third.
three.
That's the
That's the
three.
third, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Junior's getting a
we
divorce.
got too many. Yeah, he is getting a divorce. I want to know what that's about. That's gonna come out.
No, I want to know what Melania Trump is thinking. Can she file divorce from the president?
If she did, that would be amazing.
She's getting deported immediately.
And with all the dreamers in DACA, yeah, I'm sorry, but he's gonna go on a warpath because of that.
Wow.
You're listening to the Vincent Tucker Radio Show.
iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver, but you're in Philly? No problem. In Atlanta, and you miss LA? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist station. DJ Khaled, and this is iHeartRadio. Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you. With their biggest hits, all commercial free. Free radio and unlimited music, all in one app. iHeartRadio.
Well, guys, as we all know, it's that time of the year when things are starting to heat up, and so with it being hot, it's time to start traveling, and from time to time, you know, we take those trips by ourselves, you know, girls trips, guys trips, and then sometimes we take those trips with our partners, right? So I have some 7 tips for traveling with your partner, and I want to get some feedback from you guys.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so let's say tip number 1, it says know your partner. When going on a vacation, it says, you know, it's about making fulfilling memories. So it's about having the time of your life is to know the do's and don'ts that your partner is willing and not willing to do.
Important.
Mm-hmm.
So know whether they're giving it up before you fly them.
Oh, that's number 1?
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go there, Ramon, but
I'm sorry.
You said make sure the understanding is understood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 2, it says set a realistic budget, because obviously the budget may or may not set some limitations and some differences between what you can and cannot do, whether you can splurge or not splurge, or what type of hotel you'll be staying in. So set a realistic budget.
that sounds fair.
It sounds like a great idea.
Okay, and then while you are setting that budget, also agree on how you will split the cost.
That's a part of the understanding.
Yeah, that's a part of the understanding.
That's determined from point number 1. Yeah. Pretty much.
Before we go anywhere.
Yeah. I mean,
no booking has taken place until.
Depending on what she's going to do on the trip.
Oh, wait a what?
Now that determines whether or not we split the cost or not.
Hey, man.
Leave it to SQ.
SQ Harold, boy.
Tell the truth.
He tells the truth.
Tell the truth. Shame the devil.
That's what knowing your partner's from.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I agree with this one. Make friends. No matter how intimate relationship you are sometimes in a place where you can really be together. So it's always good to extend yourself to people outside, because you never know if you're going to come back. You know, if you meet some friends at the destination.
Oh, you're saying meet people there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can see that.
Sure.
When you were like, you never know if you come back. I hope they come back.
Right. And then also, I guess that also depends on what kind of trip you're taking.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, because for a second there, it started to sound like a swingers trip. I was like,
I had to keep
make
reading it
friends.
too.
Again, that's a part of the understanding.
It's me, make friends.
All right. Make sure you
friends.
spend some alone time.
I agree.
It says count to 20. If there's ever a problem, make sure you know how to handle it. And then rounding out this survey says utilize each other's strengths. So just, I guess, if something ever happens, or if you want to dare them to do something different, to think outside the box, it's just saying utilize each other's differences and abilities to make sure that you have a good time.
But see, to me, those points they don't sound like you going with your partner.
Right.
Sounds like somebody that you
Exactly.
are learning or you're dating.
Learning, and then you find, because if this is your partner, then y'all already know each other.
Right.
Y'all
I
already
agree.
know, that was pretty much all established before she became quote unquote your
partner.
Right, absolutely.
So those were tips for people that's going on their first trip
your
together.
first trip. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what that sounds like. You go on your first trip and you just still getting to know this person.
Right.
You really don't.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's what you need to know all that for.
Yeah, that's true.
But
especially because that can turn a good trip, or what should have been a good trip, into a really bad trip.
Or it can make for a really great trip.
could be.
Because everything is already
If you have the
understood.
understanding,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
Makes sense. Well, we want to hear from you. Is there anything that was left off the list that our listeners should continue to do and maybe further explore? Hit us up on all of our social sites, VTRS Online. It's your girl, Myskenna. Today's He Say, She Say.
Today's He Say, She Say is brought to you by Tiki's Shaved Ice. Come down to 1626 Morrell Avenue, Dallas, Texas, 75203 to get all of your snow cone snack needs.
Bring it back, Mr. Heartbreak.
Move on. It's not what this segment is about.
Right.
What's more important right now?
I want to call my favorite R&B singer, Usher, to the front of the congregation now.
Come as you are, Usher.
Let's not use the word come. And that's not.
Why stop now?
That's not. I think that's the issue. Or part of the issue.
Stopping. So you don't come. Okay.
So a couple weeks after we found out that in leaked documents that he paid a woman $1.1 million in hush money. No leaking. I probably should use no word in leaking. Then we found out another woman he supposedly slept with in April. He gave her herpes. She was suing for $10 million, and then she took the test and found out she had herpes. He changed it to $20 million for the emotional distress, negligence, and battery. Last week I mentioned Lisa Bloom, Blac Chyna's lawyer, said that she had some phone calls from people. Apparently, there's about to be a lawsuit filed in the state of California on behalf of 2 women and 1 man who all claim the R&B crooner gave them herpes. Now, I am praying
Was he dressed like a man?
that the guy got the herpes from one of the women in the suit.
Oh, okay.
I am so praying.
I got you, because I was wondering as well.
I am praying.
It could be like a Bobby Valentino situation.
Oh,
It
slow
really
it down.
What's a Bobby Valentino situation?
I just want to get to know
We'll get
you.
back to that. I'll tell you that.
The transgender.
But don't turn around.
That might be the best one.
Only on the Vincent Tucker Show.
My bad, that's my...
And he was real serious,
Had
right?
a moment. Yeah,
I was directing. Conducting, there we go.
Yeah. But you were doing it, though. You were doing it.
Listen, I'm from the hood. You were doing it.
He's the first choir conductor I've ever seen in my life.
The first straight choir director.
Right.
I never understood. Lord, don't send me hell on this one, Lord. But I never understood pastors criticizing gay people. But I'm like, if we were gay people, you would have a choir director.
Yeah, your choir would be trash if it wasn't for gay people.
There are straight choir directors.
Where?
I'm sure they are.
They're also alcoholics.
Oh my God.
You sound like D.L. Hughley right now, right?
I grew up in a black church. I don't know. I mean, I'm just telling you.
Choir director at my church was definitely gay.
Oh, Lord.
That's back when you couldn't come out, though. But you could tell. Yeah.
I know when I was in the youth choir, my choir director was definitely gay.
The choir director that was at my church, he wasn't gay, but he was an alcoholic. The choir director now is gay. So we got the trifecta. We got it all going on.
You gotta get out of here.
The choir director at my church is female, so and she does a great job.
Is she gay?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if she drinks or not.
Not that it
Right, I said the choir director at my church is straight, but I don't know if he drinks or not. So I guess I'll leave that alone.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Syndicated award-winning Syndicated. This is the VTRS, available for free on demand, 24/7. Via. No, it's via the free iHeartRadio app. I keep saying Vivia.
Got that Invisalign.
No, that don't even make sense.
Vivia. Is that the chick you smashed last night?
Man, you don't know my life. Her name is.
Say now.
Right, that was her middle name.
Enjoy that live audience because the syndicated audience will not hear that part.
Hopefully,
I believe that.
Hopefully, got no attachments.
Hopefully she's listening right now. Shout out to
Final shout outs, comments, Star Kingdom.
All right, shout outs to DJ SQ for bringing us breakfast.
Whoop,
hey.
whoop.
Hey.
It was good to see you today. Your bright, shiny face. Shout outs to Celeste Deja. You know your mama love you, Mr. Everything. I am thinking about you and all you guys, our listening audience. Continue to rock with us. Your girl, Myskenna. Nene, thanks for hanging out with us this weekend too, Nene. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She's taking Deja's place in the studio.
She's doing not as good, but it's okay.
Oh, you Yella.
Just shout out to the fam. Thank you guys for listening. Good to see SQ. Always good to see you up here, my boy. But that's it for your boy Yellostar.
Your boy, huh?
Yeah, he is. We were boys since like almost 20 years now.
Cause you still best friends.
Have your mind 5-second countdown in between.
I was waiting. You sure you finished?
After Yellostar talks.
Oh, really? So we still setting people up now. I did want to say that.
So SQ, what normally happens is he'll be done with shout out.
Normally happens.
And then Remon starts his, and then he'll come back and he'll finish the shout outs. As soon as Remon starts.
That doesn't. Sometimes it's after.
Like now.
Remon,
you finished?
Yeah, I'm doing.
Just shout out to everybody that's been tuning into the Vincent Tucker Radio Show. We greatly appreciate y'all. Shout out to Charity E. She had to leave a little early, but you know what I'm saying.
You have any shout outs?
Just shout out to the listeners. I think starting in the next couple weeks, I'm gonna start doing like live mixes. I mean, if y'all follow the Vincent Tucker Radio Show on Facebook and stuff, I'm gonna go live and do like hour mixes and stuff.
I like
starting
that.
This year.
Definitely, yeah.
Let everybody get to know me and and stuff like that. But
the sound.
Thanks for everybody to stay tuned.
Yeah,
and,
get their morning going. Keep it going.
So.
The sounds of Go DJ SQ.
That's coming up. Just be on the lookout.
That's what's up.
DJ SQ is my DJ. You can have that one.
That's a drop.
I need that drop. That's a drop. I need that.
Hey, random Uber fact. The study found that 200... No, I'm sorry. Let me change that. 62% of people using dating apps are men. Only 38% are women. I feel like that number is very skewed.
So, who are the men on the dating app with?
Right, exactly. That's the question.
With other men?
I mean, but are they talking about like Tinder and Grindr?
See, I don't know. They didn't say which apps.
Okay.
Maybe it's a summary of all of them.
It just sounds like everybody thinks men are thirsty or something.
Y'all are.
Or gay choir directors.
Or alcoholics.
But ask me this. I got a question, though. How can a man... I mean, if the man is supposed to chase the woman... How can you expect him to chase you and then you turn around and call him thirsty?
Keenan?
We all
looking at you.
Yeah, we
all looking at you. I don't know who else you expected to answer that question.
Keenan's like, for the cruise. See y'all on the damn side. Let's go.
That was today's something to ponder.
Every episode of the award-winning Vincent Tucker Radio Show is produced by Aaron Channel. Executively produced by Aaron Channel, Arkena Dansberg, Cornelius Johnson, and Vincent Heartbreak Tucker. Launched in December 2007, the VTRS is a CWC Entertainment Group LLC production.